something a bit different today. I'm going to make a video on metal detecting and mental health. I think it's very important, especially in the world we live in today. It's becoming a lot more common for people to have like depression, anxiety, stuff like that. So yeah, I just thought I'd make a quick video talking about it, opening up, because it is good to open up. The worst thing you can do is bottle it in. Trust me, I've been there. So if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Luke, metal detectorist, treasure hunter, mudlark, bottle digger. Yeah, I love just finding anything historical like it takes. Basically, I've had depression and anxiety half of my life. I'm 32 now, been on antidepressants since I was about 19, I think. Yeah, you can't really explain while you're down. It just happens, just becomes a part of you, and you have to learn to live with that. It's not easy. I've had a few wobbles recently. It's just getting back up, and if you get up every time, then you're winning. Yeah, so metal detecting for me has helped massively. I started metal detecting 5 years ago, and I've never looked back. I've just gone further along with it. I absolutely love it. It's really helped me to sort of come out my shell, pretty much. Metal detecting is brilliant as well, because you just get out there on the beach or land, put your head down, put your headphones on, tune out from the world, just concentrate on just finding stuff. It's brilliant, but it's just about being out there, isn't it, with like-minded people, nice people. Yeah, it's a fantastic hobby. Yeah, I started doing the metal detecting videos basically to show my family what I was doing, but then as I started doing the videos more, I really enjoyed it. I was obviously getting out there. Finding stuff's a bonus, but it's just mainly getting out there. And yeah, so I've always enjoyed making the videos. I've put together a group on Facebook. It's called Metal Detecting Minds. It's basically like a metal detecting group for people with mental health problems. And like I've only recently just started it, but I put on like inspirational quotes to help people throughout the day. I share stuff, just for people that want to share stuff, get stuff out if they want to. There's something there for them. Do you know what I mean? And it helps me as well. So it's just about helping each other. So here's a few clips from some of our members talking about their personal problems to do with mental health.
Hi everyone, if you don't already know me, I am Kelly. I am 45 years old. I suffer with a full genre of mental health issues, from severe depression, suicidal tendencies and PTSD. I have suffered with depression from a very young age due to abuse from childhood into adulthood, full genre of abuse. Metal detecting, as you can see, big smile on my face, miss it so much. You're in your own little bubble, and when you go out on those fields, you've got no four walls keeping them thoughts in your head. It's the fresh air, it's the exercise, it's getting that dopamine. When you find something as well, the adrenaline, it gets everything going, and it is really, really life-changing for most of us. I mean, yes, there's some disappointments, but it's getting out there, meeting new people and people with the same problems as ourselves with the mental health. I mean, I've met a few, spoke to a few as well, which was nice. But if I could say anything, about metal detecting. It's what it can do for you. It really can change your life. I mean, the exercise, I have lost so much weight. I think I've lost about 5 stone since metal detecting. So, but I want to thank everyone in this group as well who are supporting one another and keep going as well. Never give up. And if you ever need anyone to talk to, just pop a message in there. Someone will always be there for you. So I'm going to say bye bye and speak to you again.
Hello, good morning. I'm Graham from Anglo-Detecting. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about depression. I've suffered from depression and anxiety. The anxiety pretty much all my life. Depression pretty much since about 2011. Yes, I have tried overdosing on a couple of occasions, but I have a coping strategy for that now, which does help. I can sit here and kind of talk about this all day, and I can sit in silence all day at home. I don't put the TV on during the day. I can sit there in silence and dwell on my thoughts. But then I was introduced to metal detecting a couple of years ago, just before lockdown actually, of the coronavirus lockdown. A couple of months before that, I was introduced to metal detecting off a good friend of mine, Mr. Graham Ball. And reluctantly, I bought a White's Coin Master off eBay for I paid about £80 for it. And I went out I found my very first coin on my very first dig, which was a 1859 Victoria threepence, which I've still got in a display frame. But I found that I really enjoyed it. Now, the thing that I found is yes, I can sit at home all day and be on my own and be in my own space, and sometimes I can dwell on things and look at things from a bad light and such like, and people say, well, that's no different to metal detecting, but it is. Even though you still kind of, there's a group of you that goes out, especially if it's a rally or whatever, or if I go out, it's sometimes just me on my own, or me and a couple of friends that'll go out. And you kind of are on your own in some respects, because you've got your headphones on, your own doing, your own swinging, your own coils, but it's kind of relaxing. And although you're sort of in your own space and in your own thoughts, you don't look at depression in the same way. You go out onto the field and you look at things, and you kind of take notice of the history. You're looking for, if you're digging near an old church, for instance, there's going to be history there. And history now has become a big part of my life. I love history. I love talking about history. I love finding things, and with the metal detecting, it gets me out of the house. It gives me exercise. Sometimes I can take my dog with me. If I'm going up to the beach at Cleveland's or whatever, I take the dog with me, and it gives her a bit of a run round as well. And but I look at things differently. I'm exercising. I'm out. I'm doing something that I really enjoy doing. Which I didn't think I would do. I didn't think it would be for me. I mean, I do photography as well. And the feeling of finding that coin was absolutely amazing. It's such a buzz. Really loved it. Really did love it. All I can do is say, give it a try, see how you feel. And, you know, if you're suffering with depression, don't suffer in silence. There's people out there, there's myself, there's Luke Anglo-Nicholson, there's Karen Newman, there's numerous others that are suffering the same thing. They know exactly what you're going through. You know, I know it's difficult. You can fall into that pit. That pit gets deeper and deeper, and you're never going to climb out of it unless you told somebody. Told somebody who knows what you're going through. You know, I've met quite a lot of people through metal detecting that do suffer depression. I've got their phone numbers, I have them on Facebook, I can message them anytime. You know, these people I didn't know 12, 18 months ago, you know, and now I've got a big support network behind me. And I think that's the crux of it all, is the fact that you meet a lot of people, you make a lot of friends, and then that's when you find you've got a massive, massive support network behind you, and that's what you need.
Hello, Dino from Dino Detects here. Well, where else would it be? Anyway, yeah, Luke's asked me to put a little clip together about mental health and well-being and how metal detecting can help. And it can help in many ways. Green space, fresh air, just getting away from the world's troubles, being on your own, having a bit of quiet time. You know, I mean, I'm always smiling, laughing, having a laugh, but even this smile, you know, turns upside down sometimes. You just need to, you know, you need to know what works for you. And for a lot of people, metal detecting just works. I don't know. Well, there's been studies, a lot of people know it's about, you know, they say getting your hands in the soil can help. Just, you know, I mean, it's not only being out on your own, going out on group digs and meeting other people, you know, like-minded people who also just talk about metal detecting randomly and show your finds to each other, you know, that type of thing. It can all help. So yeah, so there we go. Keep smiling, and don't forget, there's always somebody to talk to. Don't bottle it up. Talking, it's good to talk. It's also okay to not be okay. So yeah, do all take care, stay safe, good luck and happy hunting to you all, and be well, really, and I'll catch you on the next. Take care, bye.
Hi, it's Marcus here from Notch to 11 with my glasses on. I've seen that Luke from Anglo-Detecting is pulling together a video on mental health and metal detecting. And I thought I'd take that as an opportunity to share a minute or two of what it means to me. Believe it or not, I actually work in and around wellbeing. I work in financial wellbeing, and what that basically means is that I meet people and I meet scenarios every day in my working life where people who get their finances wrong, who are unable to control their financial situation, that can obviously have a very bad impact on your mental health, amongst many other things that can. So I understand a little bit about mental well-being and how that can affect your day-to-day life. Likewise, it's also impacted me in my past, in my recent past as well. So I've suffered from anxiety, I've suffered from panic attacks, and actually the start of the pandemic back in March 2020, I was really struggling because I also am an asthma sufferer, and that was a real concern for me. It really brought me down about what would happen if I was to catch COVID. So as a result, I was in a pretty bad place, and luckily for me, my family spotted that and they encouraged me to get out and do something about it. I managed to buy a second-hand metal detector. I managed to get onto the beach, and then very soon after that, secure a permission that allowed me to basically get out and get in my own space and help myself to improve my mental health. So what does metal detecting mean to your mental health? It's a fantastic outlet. It's as simple as that. It gives you the opportunity to get into your own space, to be able to get your mind straight, to be able to zone out from the other things that are worrying you, to zone into the tones and the signals that you're getting, to give you the opportunity to get some physical health by the walking and the digging that we do. And in fact, I think metal detecting has been an amazing opportunity for me to improve my mental health, but also when things are getting on top, to actually just get away from it all and actually get inspired by what's going on around you and what you're doing in the field. So I hope that's been helpful. I would encourage anybody, if you're struggling, to reach out to any of us in the YouTube community. We're always here to help, but also, you know, get out, get in the field, get your space, and hopefully get well.
Hiya, my name's Paddy Flint. Bit of history on me. Was in the military until very recently. I started suffering from anxiety and depression. I was part of a long-term illness which led to a mental breakdown in June 2020. Tried to go back to work too quick. Had another breakdown in January 2021, and I was medically discharged in June. So I'm just waiting on a final date before I'm out of the job completely. The depression, anxieties, it can be quite grim some days, quite good in others. You just kind of deal with it as you go along. But I got into metal detecting while I was ill because I was struggling to leave the house. My anxiety was that bad, and my depression was that bad that at one point I did try to take my own life. Detecting for me is really cathartic and a way of switching off. It's a way of just concentrating and focusing on just one thing. You're just waiting for that sound and to dig and to find something that previously has not been handled or owned or possessed in possibly hundreds or even thousands of years is amazing. I enjoy it that much. My son's gotten into it now, and my wife's probably sick of it. But yeah, it's really, really helped me, and you know, I hope it helps all of you.
How are we, folks? Are we well? Good. Being a little bit quiet. My little 2-year-old, bless her cotton socks, is full of cold and snotty and horrible and and she's fast asleep on the sofa. So I'm talking a little quietly so as not to disturb her, but I did promise Luke that I would have a video ready for him to go with this mental health package that he's putting together. With a little bit of my story and how detecting comes into that. So, depression is the big thing here when it comes to mental health, certainly from my point of view anyway. I've had depression since I was in my early teens, I guess. It's only been diagnosed since I was an adult, but obviously looking back on it, I can see the things that are there. And various things that have happened since then have contributed towards that. A good example being 1994, I fell ill and woke up 4 hours after falling from about 35 feet. I was on a harness, so I didn't hit the ground, but I came down with a doink. Woke up 4 hours later, as I say, in hospital. Body was either numb or on fire, couldn't figure out what it was and what it was doing. Doctors didn't know what it was, what was going on, why I couldn't feel my legs half the time. And they stuck me in a wheelchair, and I did the wheelchair thing on and off for 4.5 years. 4 years of that was a solid 4 years of just me and the chariot. So yeah, that had a big impact from being such an active person. Fast forward to 2019, September. I made 2 attempts on my life in the space of a fortnight. Aimed my car at a large tree, unclipped my seatbelt, gunned it 70 mile an hour, and then pulled out at the last second. Thankfully. But that leads me to then moving on and joining a group called Man Down, who support men's mental health. I was overworked, I was under stress. A lot of things were going on. My health wasn't great, and I just felt I couldn't cope, and I was better off removing myself from the equation and making everybody else's life easier as well. Of course, that's a foolish equation to follow. It's never going to be better for other people. But that's why Man Down is one of my charities for this year. And that, along with Grim Sweeper's Metal Detecting, the combination of those two organisations, sit down with Man Down, talking. There's the important thing, talking. I'm from a generation where mental health wasn't discussed, especially for men. So talking is a fairly new concept to me. But that's the important thing, talk. Don't think it's not a manly thing to do. Get it out, get it done. And then Grim Sweepers, Chris, who was part of the Man Down group, he was somebody else who was there with us, took me out detecting, reintroduced me to it. I'd done it on and off briefly back in the 80s with a neighbour, but he got me back in, got me out in the field, and I've not looked back. And that's my happy place. Out in the fields, nothing but the beep in my ears, hopefully the beep in my ears, if not just the silence, switching off from those everyday stresses to just amble around a field or a beach with my machine, sitting down, enjoying the fresh air, blue skies, good weather when we get some. It's not so good this time of year, but there it is. That's Britain for you. But yeah, mental health and detecting are not separate things. The detecting does wonders for the brain and for the body. So yeah, it's done me the world of good. And I don't think without the contributions of my family, the Man Down and Grim Sweepers, I'd be in the position that I am now, and happier and a lot less stressed than I have been in a long, long time. So yeah, it's get out there. If you've got stresses, mental health issues, depressed, find somebody to talk to. It will help. It may feel strange, it may feel odd, it will certainly feel difficult, but do it. Get out there and do it. Alright? Anyway, I'm droning on a little bit. I'm going to let some other people have some time on this video. Look after yourselves, be good to yourselves, listen to yourselves, enjoy life, take it easy. Bye bye.
Doing Martin, the divvy. Mental health. Metal detecting does really help with it. I suffered with it quite bad myself. I actually did an article in the Searcher magazine about how it affected my life with the mental issues and that. I was in a really bad place. And then I met Simon and he was a metal detectorist, started going out. And it really clears your mind. Because when you're in that field, you're not thinking about your stressors. you're thinking about that next bit of treasure, and you're focused on the tones, and you're listening for that beep, 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 beep. And it just takes everything else away. Plus it's good exercise, and if your body's feeling good, then you're going to be feeling good in your mind as well. You're going to be feeling a lot better in your mind if your body's feeling healthy. So yeah, if you're new to detecting, or you've not even started yet, and you've got some mental issues, then yeah, do it, try it, see how you feel. Let Luke know, because he's got a group and that now. He's trying to be a bit of an ambassador, I believe, for the mental health side of things. So good on you, Luke, and yeah, all the best from me. And I'm one of them people, if you have got mental issues and you need someone to talk to, drop me a message. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, you know I am, Divvy. I don't do much now, but yeah. Take care, people.
Yeah, so a massive, massive thanks to those guys that took the time to just send a video, say what they think, open up. We appreciate it immensely. It's a very brave thing to do. It's not easy, opening up. Thank you to our group members for doing that. It means a lot. I run the Metal Detecting Minds group with Karen Newman, who I met on group digs ages ago. She's ace, she's awesome. Metal detecting in general, on the group digs, you meet with people from all different walks of life that you'd never meet with if you didn't metal detect. Because there's a lot of people with depression, anxiety, like I've said, bipolar, stuff like that. Veterans, people in the Navy, Army, suffer with PTSD and stuff like that. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a video, sort of like making more people aware about it, because it is becoming a lot more common nowadays, and it's who you are as well. So sometimes you can't get rid of it. People think, oh yeah, you're just in a mood or something. It's not that easy, trust me. If you've got a mental health condition, you'll know. Yeah, so I just thought I'd share that anyway. Open up a bit more to you guys that watch me channels, and yeah, so thank you to everyone that watches me channel, and that does massively help. It's given me confidence and to sort of keep my demons at bay, as well to say. So yeah, so thank you to our group members for sharing, and yeah, thanks for watching. Please don't suffer in silence. It's the worst thing you can do. Personally, for me, I've had quite a few friends commit suicide, sadly, and it just makes you think, if you could have just spoke to them, or if they could have just told you the problems, then it wouldn't have happened. So yeah, just never want anyone to feel like that. And if anyone's out there struggling, please reach out, join the group. Yeah, let's just all talk, see if we can get better. Thanks for watching, guys.